You too, my friends, my babies, my brothers and sisters and brothers, baby. Ooh, are we hanging out just right today here at Spring Creek, the headwaters of life, and your moment of truth from a tiny sound booth, courtesy of you too, just a few moments ago, with or without you. Well, babies, we're all going together, whether you go behind it or lag behind or not, man. It don't really matter, because, ooh, if one makes it, everybody takes it. Everybody's got it made, man. That's just the way it works in this reality, wouldn't you say? Babies, it's like you get in a race or a big old football game or whatever it happens to be, and, you work so hard to win this game and be a part of the team and all this stuff. And what happens, babies? Well, you win or you lose. But when you lose, you win right along with those other guys, even though you may be sadly disappointed and all blue and, oh, I'm such a loser too. Babies, it don't really matter, 'cause we're all winning when everyone's winning. He says while he's grinning, you darn right. You see, the way it works quite naturally is that we're all in this here priz together up to now anyway. Ain't gonna be that way after today, is it? No way. Tripping Tuesday, man. This is the day all the restrictions fall away. Everything been holding you back, Jack, it's going to get out of your way, I tell you. 'Cause this is your day. Could Grandpa say, that's the way it's got to be, okay? Excuse me. Oh, my goodness, I'm hackling down there in my tonsils, ain't I? Well, yeah, it could be. Oh, my goodness, I sure hope that isn't the alien trying to come out of me. Oh, no, what will I do? What will I be? What will I... Well, I'll be okay. How about you? You okay today? Don't worry about the aliens. Worry about yourself, 'cause, well, just like that we're all winners, and no matter who wins, we're all together in that winning. Well, in the same way, the aliens are family, so they're not aliens at all. They're ETs, man. Extraterrestrial entities, okay? ETEs. We got to do it the government way with all them acronyms and shit. So the ETEs are, in fact, our family too, man. In fact, you wouldn't believe how widely spread the human race is across the universe. I mean, back in the day when we had, the way and means to be anywhere we wanted, well, guess what? We still got it today, so it ain't back in the way now, back in the day. No way. It's right here, right now. You're starting to get it clear. It's just a matter of catching on, dear. But that's why we play all this multi-vibrational musical tunage here, to keep you not only entertained, but, ooh, to help you get out of your brain and back in your heart, Because when you're, living through your brain without your heart, when it seems to be not directing you, well, that's like a sailing ship with the sails down, even when the wind's howling, okay? Or they ain't going anywhere. They're just going to muddle around and see where the ocean takes them, eh? Well, see, even when you got your sail down and you're just being lazy and stupid, there's still currents moving you around, let alone the wind, And babies, where you are, that's where we begin. Again and again, because guess what? You got your sail down, everybody else does too. So, babies, maybe it's all up to you. You ever think about that, huh? Could be, man, could be you're the one. The only one that can do it, man. But guess what? If you can do it and you're the only one, well, everyone can do it too, because they're doing it right along with you, okay? So stop taking it so darn personally and start living it the way it meant to be, the way it really is, okay? Just don't get shut out of yourself today, because we want to see you, just sailing away, the way you should be. And you go right on to your destiny in a good sort of way, at a good speed too, man. And nothing's in the way and nothing's going to get to you. Baby, you'll find that safe harbor too. That place of being, that BERTH, that place where you hang up the ships and hang up the keys and say, okay, I've had enough of them waves and those doggone fleas, and I ain't living out there no more. I'm living here in paradise, this place is safe harbor where everything's sweet. And guess what? You don't need no sailing ship no more. You can be anywhere, because you're all of it, and all of it is you. Same way that One wins, everyone does too. Well, okay, that's the way. It's a rock and roll sort of thing today, here on this Trippin' Tuesday on Everclear, sweethearted and sweet loving too. Hazy Radio Network, man. HazyRadio.com. We got it on, and now I reckon so do you. We love you just like you too do. Okay, oh babies, let's have it that way. Will you please just open up and let your heart come out and play? Your mind will be okay if you just let it be what the heart wants it to be, okay? Just naturally. Just let it be, man. Give yourself a little time to unwind. And, well, you know, maybe the Who will help us along the way, wouldn't you say? They're pretty good at that, ain't they? How you going to get it right if you don't listen to what's going on inside and play that little unification right? Okay, that's the secret to living a happy little life. Yeah, baby, you want to get out there and play. You want to rock and roll. Go with the flow, the same as the rock and roll moves. You can't hardly stay in your chair, can you, man? You got to get up, move around, move this one, move that one. Pretty soon everything's flying, and you didn't even know you were living. You thought you was dying, but guess what? Now you're flying, man. Across the dance floor like nobody's ever seen, man. A regular old dancing machine, man. Filled with love, filled with light. He's like one of them sparkle balls in the middle of the floor, man, moving around every which way, and even in the score by sharing the light every way, man, because that light shines out and hits everyone, same as it does you, baby. What you do when you're feeling blue, you put on that rock and roll. This here Coyote Medicine Show, which features rock and roll that is multi-dimensional, don't you know, along with a little multi-dimensional talk too, eh? See, we know the way, we know how. Even though we've been a reckless fool and crazier than anybody else, okay? But, oh, darling, though by being a little bit crazy, do you find the way, man? You have to test the limits, okay? You have to push beyond where everybody else is saying, oh, no, you don't want to go there. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Sometimes, well, you learn the hard way that way, but sometimes, ooh-wee, it expands quite naturally, and all of a sudden you're living between the worlds, man. You know, the worlds of light and dark, hell no. They're both bright as day. One's a little brighter than the other, I think, okay, but both have equal brightness. That's just our perception, see? And as they get closer and closer to one another inside of ourselves, these ununified sides, these ununified parts of ourselves, as they get closer and closer together, well, you naturally get brighter and brighter and brighter, you know, because there's more light there. It's a combination. It's not divided anymore and burning off in separate directions. It's becoming united, you see. And there's only one flow when you're not united, you know, and that's the flow of life. That's when you see that you are a molecule in the stream of life, but a molecule that is blessed and treasured above all, yet within all you be, too, because all is within you, that tiny little molecule, that little speck of life. That little drink of water, tiny, tiny little drink of water. You wouldn't even feel it if you got a molecule now, would you? You lose those all the time. They float away from you all the time, man. Going out there and rearranging the atmosphere. Well, darlings, you want to make sure then that them little molecules that are floating away from you are just as conscious as you are too. Because guess what? Then you're not polluting anything. Your underarms don't stink. Your backside might, but oh well. In other words, spread the attitude of gratitude, man. Appreciate where you are in this stream of life and the love that's gotten you there and the loves that's taken you the rest of the way, because, babies, you got it all. And you don't have to worry about a thing. You are a dancing machine, see? One molecule affects another molecule, affects another molecule. That's how cancer spreads. Well, this is how love spreads, healing. Which is what we're dealing with here in the flow. Because when you're in the flow, well, you're naturally healing. Anything is wrong with you, don't you know? And guess what? Nothing is wrong with you. Everything is okay, no matter how battered by illness you might be. I mean, I'm speaking from my own history now, of course. Where else would you go, man? That's where all the good stories are. No, I'm not quite that self-centered. So we got a lot of good stories here, man, and they keep popping up here and there, and all this musical tunage that makes your heart lodge and lodge and lodge and lodge and lodge. That's the way they speak back east, by the way, and the eastern side of the Turtle Island. That's how they speak. They lighten up their R's and kind of roll them a little bit. Lodge, lodge, lodge. But that's what this here musical tunage does, baby. It cracks open whatever might have been closed inside of you before, man. That's why it's so magic. That's why it's been around for 50, 60 years and still doing the job. And we're still just getting the multi-dimensional aspects of it, you see. When you let this music move you, let it groove you, let it take you there, and you get yourself up moving like you don't even care, 'cause you don't. Everybody's watching, everybody's listening, but who cares? You're right there, and you're going to set a damn good example even if you fall on your face, man. You'll make it look like you intended to and do a couple push-ups and jump straight up and keep on rocking and rolling, eh? That's what Grandpa Coyote did in his day. Well, one of these days I'll be well enough to do it again, man. I tell you, there's nothing I like more than good music and a loose crowd and a bunch of boogie-woogie going on. Oh, my goodness. So for those of you who don't know what boogie-woogie is, that's dancing, man. That's moving with the tunage in a uniform, synchronized sort of way, only we didn't even know we was synchronized. We just started dancing, man, and pretty soon one comes to you, and you synchronize with that one, and then that one moves on, and another one's right there, and you synchronize with it, and then so on and so forth. And the whole dance floor is living in synchronization. I know you've experienced that before, wherever you might be. If there's a I hear, I feel, I hear, I see the floodwaters of life coming at me, and not from the Carolinas either. By the way, thanks for tuning into them yesterday, and let's keep sending good vibes that way over to the Carolinas and anywhere else on this earth where they're getting pummeled by some bad weather, earthquakes or whatever. Let's just help them all, babies, from our heart, because we see it all as love. It all becomes love, and it tames down and helps bring others around, okay? Ooh, baby, we're having our day. We're having it this way today. Can you remember? Can you see? Can you envision the world we come from, baby? Can you remember that? Listen with those inner ears, as I call them. See with those inner eyes. You'll start to remember the great surprise, which is we never left our little nest there in those mountains high. The angels of love, they still fly, still live in that home planet, okay, which is Mother Earth, but not the one you see here today. This is the third density, okay, kind of a projection, kind of something put there just to get in our way, so we'd have something to get over, so we'd have something to get us moving on and bringing us back after thousands and thousands and thousands of generations. Bring us back to the place we already are and help us realize where we already be. So it is in this reality, so it is, and so it shall be for all of us, don't you see? Because we are the powerful angels, the children of the universe, the love of all wrapped up into a beautiful little package that soon is going to change, transform, and remain as it always has. The angelic presence of love in human form, a feeling, hearing, appreciative, grateful human being. A being that is not only colorful, but creative, and is then the author of creation. As we see it, so we be it, okay? As we hear it, move, then we start to get clearing in it, huh? Yeah. There's rock and there's roll. Remember that. In everything. Rock and roll. And they go together rather well, don't they? It ain't like country and western. They're divided. But rock and roll, we're united. so to speak. That's the way of the unique. That's the way of you today. And this uniqueness, well, baby, it's only going to last maybe another day. And then everybody else joins with you, too. Don't take long, baby. Especially when you step outside of time. Oh, darn.